On the banks of the Jordan, Eleazar stood, thoughts heavy with memory. He knew the people's weaknesses. He had seen their doubt, their fear, but he had also seen the fire in their hearts. He had heard the voice between the cherubim. Now, as the waters surged before them, he did not lead with sword or command. He stood in silence and prayed for strength, for mercy, for victory that would honor the covenant and the memory of his father, that the God of his fathers might go before them, not just into battle but into their hearts. For the Lord your God is the one who goes with you to fight for you against your enemies, to give you victory.
The camp is quiet now. They sleep, as if tomorrow is like any other day. But I know what the morning brings, and I remember what came before. I was a child when we left Egypt. I stood at my father's side when he raised the incense. I watched him put on the garments of the high priest for the first time, blue, scarlet, gold, shining with purpose. But I also saw him silent when the people built the calf. That silence never left me. He was a man of peace, a man of the people. But in that moment the priesthood was stained. I never spoke it aloud, but I carried the shame, not just for him, but for all of us, and my brothers Nadav and Avihu. They had zeal, they had fire, but they brought it before the Lord, without reverence. Strange fire, uncommanded, and the fire that came down didn't sanctify, it consumed. I buried my brothers with my own hands. My father and I said nothing. That was the command. Do not mourn. But inside, the mourning never stopped. That day I learned, zeal is not enough. Holiness is not a feeling, it is obedience. Since then I have watched over the priesthood with eyes that see more than robes and rituals. I have seen men who wear the garments and hide idols beneath them. I have seen Levites who recite the law, but bow in secret to foreign names. God sees it too. There were times when judgment had to fall, when idols had to be burned, and those who clung to them put outside the camp. Do you think I took pleasure in it? Every idol I shattered. I wondered, how did we come to this again? Did they forget Egypt so quickly? Sometimes I envied Joshua. He dealt with commands, tactics, obedience, clear lines. But I had to guard the soul of a people who had already failed God once, and might fail again. And so I became hard, not by choice, but by need. A priest must sometimes act like a prophet, and a prophet must sometimes act like a sword. Still, I stayed close to Joshua. We stood before Moses together. We heard the same voice from the cloud. I accepted Joshua's leadership without question, even when I quietly wondered if we were ready. But I never challenged him, not because I feared him, but because I feared division. A divided priest and prophet? That nearly destroyed us once. I would not let it happen again. Now we stand at the Jordan, and once more, the people believe they are ready. They will cross. They will fight, they will rejoice, but they must also remember. This land is not given because we deserve it. It is given because He promised it. And a promise must be guarded, not just with swords, but with sanctity. If they forget, if they compromise again, then I will not hesitate. May the Lord remember His covenant, and may we be worthy to keep it.